Hi beauties, a long time no see. I'm going to do a separate video with my big camera in my office later on this week, but I still wanted to come to you guys and talk to you guys about pain tolerance and stuff from days 1, and today is day 9 past surgery. For those of you who don't know, I had a mommy makeover on May 25th, which included a tummy tuck, breast lift, and breast augmentation. And I just wanted to like share some of the little ups and downs, highs and lows of days 1 through 9. And if I look relaxed, it's because I'm sitting on this good old recliner. This recliner and millions and millions of pillows have become my best friend through this journey. So day 1, waking up from surgery. Again, I'm gonna make a separate video like my plastic surgery experience, like the doctor and all that other stuff, but this is just like pain and stuff. So day 1, I woke up from surgery really groggy, really not understanding what was going on. It was really surreal, and I woke up in a lot of pain. Number 1, I woke up because my boobs, I'm not used to having boobs, so when I woke up it was like they felt really stretched out and it did not feel good. And if I'm looking in the viewfinder, it's just to make sure I'm in focus. My boobs felt really heavy. I was not expecting them to feel as heavy or as stretched. My stomach honestly did not and has not bothered me, and for a lot of people I know that they say it's the opposite, like their stomachs will hurt but their boobs feel like nothing. So I was expecting the reverse. I was expecting, I look freaking huge in this but I'm not, it's my boobs. I was expecting for my stomach to hurt really bad and for my boobs to be like on a little achy side but not painful. That for me did not happen. Again, I have a high pain tolerance as well. So day 1, I took the Percocets. I did not want to take the Percocets because they're oxys and people have a tendency to get like hooked on those, and I'm a really homeopathic, like naturalistic type person, so I don't take pain medication anyway, not even regular strength Tylenol for headaches or like menstrual cramps. I am like strictly like herbs and apple cider vinegar and all that other good stuff that's natural. So for me, taking the oxys, I had to be in a lot of pain, which I fucking was. I'm not even gonna lie. Day 1, I was in excruciating pain. Day 1 is a blur because I had the surgery. The surgery took longer. I think it took like 6 hours, longer than I thought it was gonna take. And yeah, moving on to day 2. Day 2 is a blur. I had my post-op appointment day 2 just to see the surgeon to make sure everything was good, that my blood pressure was still in normal range, and it's a fucking blur. All I remember is just like popping oxys every 6 hours, which is the allowed time. And I hate to say oxys because they were Percocet, but they are oxys too. They have oxycodone in it. I was just taking them every 6 hours because it was really hard to get around, and I had to drive from the surgery place back home because although I was released the same day, we stayed in a hotel just to make it more convenient, because to drive all the way back where we live is like an hour away from where the surgery site is. So to travel all the way back there made no sense. So ahead of time I like booked a really freaking expensive ass hotel because I don't even remember being there. I remember it being nice. That's all I remember. Oh yeah, day 1, I was severely nauseous. I could not keep anything down. I was popping those anti-nausea tablets like it was no tomorrow. I actually ended up vomiting. TMI, I actually ended up vomiting nothing because I had nothing in my system, and my stomach hurt so bad trying to get that vomit up. It was just not fun, and the anesthesia wearing off my system. Day 2, blur, went to see the surgeon, drove back for about 50-60 minutes to come back home. Every single bump I felt wasn't fun. Ended up getting in the bed, and of course, to not get blood clots you have to walk around like every couple of hours. For me, I overdid it. I've been overdoing it since I had surgery. I haven't stayed still. Day 3, I made a conscious decision that I was going to get off of the really high medication. Because I have a high tolerance for pain, I was like, if it's severely bad with Tylenol, then I'll revert back to the Percocet, but I'm going to get off of these perks. So I remember day 3 at 3 o'clock in the morning, because I have a notebook that I got from Saks Fifth Avenue in like a bundle deal or whatever, that I've just been keeping all of my notes in of like when I take medication, what medication I took last. And for the first 5 days, I had to be on antibiotics 3 times a day. Not fun, but preventative measures. And I remember 3rd day I was telling Donnell, I need to be off these Percocets. He was like, no, you're gonna be in excruciating pain. I was like, listen, I don't like feeling like I'm talking to myself or like I'm floating. I don't like the whole high feeling. I felt like really out of it. I don't like feeling like I'm not in control of myself. So day 3, 3 o'clock in the morning, took my last Percocet, went through the day, and at 6 o'clock I started feeling a little bit of pain. 6 p.m. I started feeling a little bit of pain, and I took 2 extra Tylenols. I had Donnell run to CVS to get me Motrin and Tylenol, and although you're not supposed to take Motrin right after surgery because it has like bleeding properties in it, I had it just as a backup plan, just in case the Tylenol did not work. And I haven't used the Motrin. I've literally been just taking Tylenol. And then day 3, I was like, okay, I'm gonna walk around a little bit more, still hunched over, not able to stand up straight. And when you have a tummy tuck, because if you have muscle repair, you have to walk hunched over so you don't put too much strain on your scar. So I was literally like hunched over for days. Today is day 9, and today is the actual first day I've actually been able to stand up straight with my arms back. And these boobs are still heavy, but besides that, I'm okay. Getting back to day 3, hunched over, and I was able to just sit around on the couch, walk around, and then lay on the recliner in the bed. Day 4, pretty much of the same. The pain wasn't as bad on day 4, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take Tylenol as needed. You can take up to 3,000 milligrams of Tylenol through a 24-hour period. So I was like, I'm gonna stretch it out. You can take Tylenol every 6 hours. Yeah, it's every 6 hours. I'm gonna stretch that out to 7 and 8 and see how my body works, how much pain I can actually take. Day 5, much better pain. I was actually able to stand up a little bit more. I have scoliosis, so I have rods in my back. So I was like, I don't want to be hunched over too much and cause irritation in my back, because that's not cool. So I was able to stand up a little bit more. Day 6, 7, and 8, I started taking Tylenol only once a day. I know, because like I literally had like a major surgery, not organ or anything, but the surgery is like huge. They take a lot of skin, a lot is stretched. But days 6, 7, 8, nope. One Tylenol once a day. I did have a scary incident with my drains. I still have drains in. I'm gonna stand up for you guys in a second, but I still have drains in. My drains are freaking gross. They weren't inconveniencing the first couple of days, but because your body has clotting mechanisms, your body thinks that it's supposed to be there now. So it, like, my skin is building around it, which is making it tug. And it hurts because it's in my groin. It hurts really bad. But I had a little incident in my drain situation about 3 days ago. So day 6. And I was doing too much. I decided that I was going to do like bicycles. I know, dumb on my part, very, very dumb. And I was playing around because I was like, I'm not feeling hardly any pain. And later that evening, I climbed in bed by myself without Donnell's help, because he's been a huge help. He's been with me every single day except for one, helping me through this journey. I decided I was gonna do bicycles, and although I wasn't really able to lift both of my legs, I lifted one and was like doot doot, and lifted the other and was like doot doot. Felt something pull, went to the bathroom, and blood, like red blood, started coming in my drain with like a clot. And I was like, am I like internally bleeding? I was so scared. I called the place I had the surgery at, and my surgeon got back to me the next day and was like, he's never heard of it, but if it continued, to obviously go to the ER. But at that point it had cleared up and the fluids were back to a yellowish color. Brother, it was horrible. That was scary. I was like, oh my god, like, am I gonna die? Like, I didn't want to have this surgery. If I wasn't gonna be able to make it to my kids, what the hell's going on? But I didn't, as an adult, I was like, you did too much. You've been doing too much. You had surgery, you're supposed to take it easy, and I just want to feel back to normal so much. I'm doing so much things I shouldn't be doing. Today is day 9. I feel great, actually. I still feel tight. My boobs are tight. And they're big, and they're settling, and they're still big, and now I have big boobs. So that wasn't a part of the plan, but they look nice, so I guess it's a win-win. My stomach does not have feeling, but the garment that they gave me from the hospital is severely uncomfortable, and I think the only reason why it's so severely uncomfortable is because of the drains, because I can't have the garment low where it's supposed to be because the drains are there. So I have to have it a little bit up, which is on my hip bone, and it rubs against my hips. Totally uncomfortable. So I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna show you guys what I look like right now. Okay, so this is how I look right now. These are my drains. They look so gross. There's like fatty tissues in it. Keeping it real with you guys. They are in my groin, which is here, which this area right here hurts really bad. I have them in my shorts. For the first 8 days, I was just walking around just naked as hell because I couldn't find anything that was comfortable enough. And then I found these shorts, and although the elastic leaning against the compression garment isn't comfortable, it's better than just having my kunta out for my kids, you know, because that's not cute. This is the compression garment. It has 3 of these little stickies, and it goes all the way down. And this is what I was saying, right here is too high. It needs to be lower, but the drains are there. But I hopefully will get my drains out this week because I'm not draining. As you guys can see, I changed these like around maybe 7 o'clock this morning. I'm hardly draining any, so hopefully I get them out this week. And these are my boobs. Now, I'm gonna sit back down and explain to you guys. Right now, I am a 38 D cup. And I know I look a little puffy, but that's because I have like a t-shirt on underneath this so that it doesn't press against my scar. When I have clothes on, like after the drains are out, I'll be able to show you guys how low my scar is. So let me move you guys close again, get you guys all up back in my grill. All right, so my scar is super duper low. I thank my surgeon a lot for that. My scar is so low, I cannot even like deal, which means I would be able to wear anything and no one would know I have a tummy tuck. As you guys can see, I have tattoos, so I'm getting a tattoo once it heals within the next 8 months. I will be getting a tattoo that covers my tummy tuck scar. But even with tattoos, you don't want to get them too high because it looks so obvious. Like, why do you have tattoos like in the middle of your stomach? So this will just go along with the tattoos. The roses I have on my thighs, which I cannot wait to just have like a whole little like floral situation going on. My areolas are much smaller. That was my preference. I've seen a lot of breast lifts, breast augs, and some people keep their original areolas, some people get smaller. I don't know if it's a preference or a doctor situation. I wanted my areolas smaller, so now my areolas look like quarters as opposed to grapefruits because they were big before. Donnell doesn't like them, whatever, but they're smaller. My boobs are nice and perky and like I can't even deal. They're great. But I do have like an anchor lift. My nipple is here. It's called a lollipop lift, but then now it's an anchor because underneath, I guess, to get the implant, and I'm also cut. Yeah. What else can I say? What else have I been going through? The only thing that really bothers me about this whole situation are these stupid ass drains. They are irritating. I have to milk the drains. If you guys want me, I'll make a video of how you milk your drains. It's so irritating, and every time I change them, if it reaches 50, to be honest, I haven't reached 50 the whole time I have these drains in, but if you reach 50, you're supposed to change it immediately, or twice a day. So I haven't reached 50 each drain, like 100 cc's completely. I haven't. And yeah, that's been my experience. I will be doing a complete my mommy makeover experience. I will reveal my doctor's name, where I had my plastic surgery, the complete cost of everything, including the aftercare, after and before care. I will put a complete list of the things that I purchased, how much I paid for the hotel, and my experience and before and after pictures. That will be a separate video. I wanted to do this video because a lot of people don't talk to you about pain. A lot of people are like, oh, I just felt high and all this other stuff. But realistically, I'm gonna say, although I do have a high pain tolerance, the pain is no joke. But if you don't need the pain medication, Danielle and I were talking about this. If I would have taken the pain medication because I assumed that I was gonna be in excruciating pain, if I took it around the clock, I would have never knew that I didn't need it around the clock, if that makes any sense. If I would have took the Percocets at 6 and 6 hours from there, which is 12 or whatever the situation. So my camera died on me. But like I was saying, if I would have taken the medication at 6 and at 12 and at whatever other time, I would have never knew that I didn't need it. And I think a lot of people do that. They just go in taking the medication one after the other because they want to get a hold of their pain, that they don't realize that the pain might not be as bad as it once was. So for me, that just meant getting off my pain meds a little earlier, a lot earlier, because I still have like, they give you 5 days worth of Percocets. I should have like 12 pills that I haven't even taken and that I don't need. So yeah, that's basically it. That's been my 9 days post-surgery. I look so huge in this camera and I don't mind this. I can't shave, I can't do anything. This is like so gross, but like this is as real as it gets. I don't know why I look so huge. I think my boobs are still like a little swollen and high. I don't think, I know. But I hope you guys enjoy this real situation and me being brutally honest with you guys. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Don't hesitate to ask. As usual, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And look out for my mommy makeover experience, which I'll be giving a lot more detailed information. That video should be up this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, beauties.